Thrill me. Thrill me. Thrill me. Thrill me.
Thrill me. You are watching Death Curse Society. I'm Tom Atkins. If you don't keep watching Death Curse Society, I will come and do things to you.
Woo! And here we go again, folks. It's Monday. You know what that means. It's Death Curse Society. It's Monday Maniacs. I'm Red Crank. I got Zigzag. I got the Colonel. What's up, fellas?
I don't know.
What was wrong with you?
I'm still reeling from the Lions' second playoff victory in 32 years. Let's just get it out of the way right now. It ain't much to say. There's no football tonight, so. But wow, yeah, it's crazy.
I remember my team's first two playoff wins in 30 years. Good feeling. I'm happy for you guys. It is a good feeling.
I'm trying to enjoy the ride as you recommend, Colonel, but it's just too, already looking to the next one, and it's like, man, how? But we'll see. I'm here, man. I ain't going nowhere. We're going to watch this shit. But, yeah. Other than that, it's crazy. It's nuts.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And we're just a few days out from Atlanta, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you in the Atlanta area, we will be at Days of the Dead.
Wow.
Portland Grand Hotel. I'm excited about that. I have not packed a thing yet. Still got to start working on that.
Me neither. Con circuit.
It's weird. I haven't packed a thing yet. I don't know why that felt so weird, but
I'm literally there for like 36 hours, man. I'm not even sure how much I need to pack.
There all weekend.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You don't want to be flying home stanking, so just put something, yeah.
But the con stank's going to get on me anyway, dude. It doesn't matter.
Wow, 2024 con season underway. Kicking off this weekend, and Death Curse Society doing our part, bringing curse your luck to the masses, and we're doing it during the after party stuff. I'm excited about that kind of. I think the crowd will be a little more rambunctious, maybe a little more alcohol fueled by the time we get out there. So it should be a great time.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how that's going to go yet. It's either going to be really cool or it's going to be really challenging.
Fuck. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
I have a feeling that's going to inspire a lot more of the people in the audience that know the answer to just Friday the 13th, just yell it out from the back of the room. And we're going to be like, well, all right, I guess everybody gets a point on that one.
If you want to take the drunk guy's advice, that's on you, so yeah. We'll be there, though. Could be fun.
He might be right. Colonel, anything to add? How was your week?
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. Work. However that Rihanna song goes, I don't know. It's going to be that way for the foreseeable future, so it doesn't really matter. Like, so I'm excited to get to Atlanta. I'm going to do my best not to be like, yeah, or what? Or any Little John references, because that's such an old millennial joke. There's no point in doing that. It's 20-something years ago now. No one's going to fucking get it. It's been done. So
let's not bring that back. We have way too many dead horses already. Yeah. So, hey, Ziggy, Rick from the whole damn enchilada pod wants to know, any chance you drive to Nate Thompson's event February 3rd to meet Kane Hodder again?
Is a chance. There's a lot going on around here. My dad had a stroke recently, so we're kind of trying to cover the slack with the family business with all of that. So my schedule is touch and go, even up to this Atlanta gig. It's like I wasn't really sure until just very recently that, yes, I'm indeed going. But I want to go. Yes, I'd love to meet Kane again and get out to see Nate again, former guest of the show. But right now, everything is up in the air. I'm juggling 15 balls, so I don't really know. I can't say yes or no.
Right.
I will try, though, yes. I will let you know. As soon as I know something, I will say yes.
The amazing thing is, never mind. I have to stop. That was low-hanging fruit. Never mind.
Low-hanging fruit? If you were going to make a stroke joke, I was going to say that's too
close. No, dude, I'm not bad. I'm not bad at an asshole.
Right. But, it's, we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
I would love to go.
Well, guys, tonight we got a fun guest. We're gonna chat with him here in just a minute. But before we get to all that, I want to encourage you guys to stick around after, because we do kind of have a semi-big announcement. It's kind of a big announcement for me.
It is for us and for Crank for sure, because this motherfucker's been doing nothing else but tweaking every detail of this thing. If I'm talking, is that what we're speaking of?
Yes.
We're gonna. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I just realized I've been working on this for almost 4 months.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that until I started going back through all the notes, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was not only a podcast host, but also a quality tester.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely you are. Get used to it.
I'm like, thank goodness that's a break from that.
Oh, dude, you see these? You see these? Are you missing the weights that used to be there?
Yeah.
I can actually stretch a little bit now.
He's light and airy and fluffy.
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 But like I said, stick around after the interview for our big announcement. And but before we get to our special guest, we need to thank our members. Of course, our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, and Tyrone. Our Crazy Ralphs, Rick and Raymond. And our camp counselors, 42nd Street, Pete, Corey, Luke, Dave, Michigan Dave, I should say, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ. Thank you all. And of course, behind the scenes also, he was a big help on all this. Thanks to our associate producer, C. Faze. Let's bring him in for a second. What's up, Faze?
Woo! What's going on?
All right. You ready for our big interview tonight?
Yeah, it should be fun.
I think so. So, hey, I know we're not going to talk about it until later, but you'll get some big thanks later. Are you happy that this big project is off our plate?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll get his real answer to that.
Yeah.
We'll get his real answer to that later. We got business to take care of here. So, he knew that was coming.
He knew. He tried to. He got it in though. He got the answer in even before.
I couldn't sneak that one. I couldn't sneak that one out without him figuring it out. So, all right, gang, we're really excited about tonight because we're diving deep into the history of the 80s slasher.
Oh yes,
you've all seen this movie, and if you haven't seen this movie, you should. And if you grew up in the 80s, by God, you saw the cover art at your local Blockbuster or mom and pop video store. The writer-director of The Mutilator and Mutilator 2, hopefully coming soon in 2024, Mr. Buddy Cooper. Buddy, how are you? Thanks for joining us tonight.
I'm well. Thank you. Glad to be here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
I got a feeling this is going to be fun.
we tend to have a little fun with our guests when we have them on. So,
all right.
we're going to get into Mutilator here in just a minute, of course, and we've all got some questions for you. But first, I want to know, Mutilator was released in 84, 85, and what the hell have you been doing since then? That's a long time to be in between projects.
I've been trying to get enough money together to make Mutilator 2.
Right.
Well, I had children grow up and go to college. Then I sent myself to film school, AFI.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed in LA for a few years after that, chasing a career. It got away from me. I came back home because my parents were elderly in 98. My father had no one to rely on to run the family business, which was a motel, oceanfront motel fishing pier in Atlantic Beach, where both movies were shot.
Right.
Wow.
And and sure enough, about a year after I got back, he was diagnosed with inoperable lung cancer. And about a year after that, he died. And that was in January of 01. And I've been running a motel ever since, up until about the time the pandemic struck. I quit and turned it over to my son. And he's doing a good job. He's doing a better job than I did. But that's where I was. Practicing law and doing other things.
All right. Well, and I definitely want to talk to you about the motel business here in a little bit too, because that's something you and I have in common. I grew up in my parents owned a motel when I was growing up, so not oceanfront, but lakeside, I guess you could say. So
waterfrontish.
Waterfrontish. So, but we'll get back into that. Ziggy, why don't you jump in here, because this is your get.
Eddie, buddy, this is, for me, the wheelhouse, man. Going into the 80s slashers, this is heaven for me. So I'm going to enjoy this. When did you realize that the horror and things of this like were in your bloodstream? What did you start with to get you on the path to horror?
I think the first movie I saw was a double feature at a drive-in. My father had an interest in, and he took one of my sisters and me to watch it. It was Bela Lugosi's Dracula and Lon Chaney Jr.'s Wolfman.
Ooh.
I couldn't go to sleep that night because I knew the Wolfman was in my closet and go come and get me. I was about five, maybe 6 years old.
Oh yeah.
And my sister could hold her lips so that none of her teeth showed except the points of her canines. That didn't help. And I don't know. It was fun, and maybe that had something to do with it.
Nice.
It's always like horror movies.
Go ahead, Ziggy.
Oh, yeah, I can continue. Yep. At what point in your life did you go, you know what? This is something I think I want to do. I want to try. I want to make a movie. Like, when did that enter your desires, your dreams?
That was always there.
Always there?
As far back as I can remember, yeah. My dad shot home movies. When I was little, he graduated from old 8 millimeter, before Super 8 millimeter, and had a 16 millimeter camera, which he used to shoot home movies on, and a projector, and he spliced them together. And by the time I was 6 years old, I knew how to splice. I understood the system. I understood how it worked. And I had a Mickey Mouse cartoon, 5-minute cartoon someone had given to me. And I was homesick with the sore throat or flu or something one time. So I got my dad's splicing device out, and it re-edited my Disney cartoon. There was a fire where somebody's house got on fire, and a table got the leaves of the table started flapping, and it flew out the window. I remember I reversed that so that the thing flew back into the burning house. I had a lot of fun with that. I grew up in the movies. I always wanted to be in the movies, make movies, not so much be in them, but make them. Yeah. Long time desire.
Well, Mutilator came out at a time when the slasher was king, mid 80s. So what was your personal inspiration to write and direct this? Where did you grab that story?
Oh, where did the story come from?
How long were you cooking it before you laid it out finally in a script form.
Not too long. Labor Day weekend is one of the biggest weekends of the year here. And we're glad of it, being in the hospitality business. There are a lot of people around. But the day after Labor Day, Tuesday, everybody goes home.
Yep.
Back to work, back to school. And one year, I guess 81, I was walking on the beach with a friend of mine Tuesday after Labor Day. And you could see a mile in either direction, and there was no one there, no one on the beach. And I was thinking, these horror movies, kids get isolated somewhere and get picked off one by one. And we're on an island here. If the bridge went down or something, it's a good place to have it. And since we're on a beach setting, why not use nautical implements to dispatch the poor children? And it just sort of grew from that.
Nice. Oh, okay. Colonel, you got anything here?
Yeah.
While you're thinking about, let me show this comment real quick for him. Lorena says, "You done good with this one, sir. It manages to pack about 18 social issues in the first 5 minutes. Gun control, child abuse, alcohol abuse, psycho dad, wallpaper, and wood paneling. Packs a wallop."
I love our audience.
That sounds like some Joe Bob Briggs would say. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Oh, she's going to love that. She's going to love that.
Yep.
Yes, she is.
All right, Colonel, go ahead.
Sorry, buddy. Well, this seems like the type of movie where, lifelong friendships would have been made, and, I'm assuming like small cast and crew. Can you tell us any experiences you had with the cast or crew behind the scenes that kind of told the story of how you guys bonded together?
On the Mutilator?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there was a lot behind the scenes.
See, it's always that smile right before they start to answer that. It's just like, we're going to get half the answer. We're not going to get the full story.
That part's sacred. Gosh, it was probably more behind the scenes than in front of the camera. The crew were really good. The hardcore crew, the department heads were professionals out of New York City. DP Peter Schnall was head of the union. I've forgotten which one right now, but he brought a hand-picked crew down. And John Douglas, my co-director, was screenwriting professor at American University in D.C. He came down with a group of recent graduates or graduate students, and the hardcore guys from New York were all men, and the students were almost all women, so it was a good mix. Everybody had a good time. It was the old stuff, big heavy cameras, big heavy lights. It was a lot of crew, a lot of gripping going on and moving around. And I wanted to do everything. I was in there moving lights and sandbags and everything right along with everybody else. That was part of it for me. It was my party and I was going to play, I'm telling you. and I did. Behind the scenes, first, we were going to kill Linda, the girl who was drowned in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that was written, a spear was supposed to shoot through her from a spear gun, open up, and the wings would catch her body and pull her back down into the bloody pool water. And it was a night shoot, and we were sitting on the patio where we were shooting, waiting for the special effects team to come get us and move us over to the pool. And we said it was getting late. It wasn't going to be long before the sun was coming up.
Right.
And they came up, hat in their hand, shuffled their feet around a little bit and said, "We can't make it work." I said, "What are you talking about? We're waiting to shoot." And said, "We can't make it work." So we just can't make it work. It won't go.
Yeah.
So I said, "Well, fuck it. We'll just drown her." It came out. That turned out to be a pretty good bit of the movie, you know. To emphasize, we slowed it down. You might remember that particular death is in slow motion because it happened kind of fast, so we slowed it down.
Right.
So that's
I had read somewhere where the spear gun was having a hard time shooting underwater, and you had to readjust that scene on the fly.
I don't know what that spear gun never made it to the water.
Well, good. One very common occurrence in the 80s was, you know, when films had to change titles for one reason or another, and The Mutilator was originally called Fall Break, but changed the name to Mutilator for the video release. Can you remember what that discussion was like? And did you try to fight for the original title at all, or did you just agree with the marketing team's assessment that this was better?
Well, there's kind of a cute story behind that.
Okay.
First, I chose Fall Break because the autumn season suspension of schools, colleges around here is called Fall Break as opposed to Spring Break, which was going to be the title of the sequel. And also, you get fall and break. They kind of go along with a horror movie. So it was Fall Break. When I showed it to the guy who was going to distribute it for us, he said, "Well, we need an ad package." I said, "We got one." He said, "We got a trailer, we got newspaper slicks, we got radio spots, we got TV spots, we got it all. Got a poster." He said, "Let me see it." So I showed him all the artwork, the whole ad campaign. He looked at me, Marvin Friedlander, and he said, "Bud, I got to tell you, it's shit top to bottom." I said, "Oh no." He sent me to a advertising company at Times Square, Diener Hauser Bates, and they gave us the new ad campaign. Cute story about the poster. Painted they had an artist in those days. It was different. They had an artist come in and paint a picture. Right. It's over there hanging on the wall, incidentally, of the kids. And the one on the front is a young woman in a bikini who looked pretty good, but in the original painting, her legs were unsuitable. And so I said, "No, we can't. This girl needs slender, shapely legs." He said, "We'll get another model in." They got another model, and he repainted that part of the picture. He called me in. I said, "Yeah." I said, "Can I meet her?" He said, "Not with those legs." So, okay.
There you go. Wow. Yeah, we've got the poster on the screen right now. So
I remember that, because this movie, I saw everything in this era at the theater. I don't remember this movie.
You don't remember it?
It did not hit Detroit. It was not around here. If it was maybe one weekend and I missed it. But I do remember it hitting the video store with that poster.
Mm-hmm.
And I reserved it instantly. I was like, yes, for day one, I got it, and we had it. We had a big party. We watched it, but it was at home. It was one of the few slashers that I
didn't hear that. The story behind the theatrical release is a sad story. We opened in New York. I forgot how many screens, 40 or so screens, and did well. Made it to number 13 on Variety's weekly chart, top grossing films. Stayed there for 6 weeks. Had some showing in LA, San Francisco, and it seems like someplace in Texas. But the MPAA wouldn't give us an R rating.
Right.
They would give us an X. And you know what X meant in those days. And so, no, we'll just release it unrated. Well, once we got out of New York and a few other intelligence centers, we couldn't get bookings. Maybe there was a connection with the MPAA, I don't know. But we couldn't get bookings. When we got bookings, we couldn't get advertising, and so we'd lose the bookings. It was bad. I had to go back to the MPAA and cut the picture to get an R. And they made us cut all the good stuff. they were really obsessed with it. They insisted that we cut a shot that didn't exist. It wasn't there. There's the thing where Bill Hitchcock gets a frown gig in the neck. They said, we saw that going in and coming out. We said, no, it's not. It's just cutting, movie magic. We had to get the editor on the telephone with the woman at MPAA and roll through it frame by frame to convince her that the shot they wanted to remove was not there.
You know why? You know what they did? They saw it coming and went, they saw nothing and just assumed it happened, Oh, that pisses me off. So much good.
Well, anyhow, after that, nobody wanted to see it. I didn't even want to see it. So it had a very slim release. Just didn't get anywhere. I still got the release prints stored away here somewhere.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then, but there is a happy ending. It took years, 31 years, you guys discovered a uncut 35 millimeter print.
I had the only uncut release print, and it got gone. Someone broke in my storage and took a few things, and I think that's what happened to it. But we were worried about that. We were finding pieces. I had all the scrap from the editing room, so I had everything, just a big job of putting it back together. And then I remembered that to register it for copyright, you had to file a copy. And we were getting release prints. The color was all off and stuff, but it had the whole thing. So I filed a release print. And even Kent, who was putting together the DVD package for Arrow,
yes,
had a friend who had a friend at the Library of Congress, called him up, and they loaned us the Library of Congress copy of The Mutilator.
Nice.
And Vinegar Syndrome transferred it, and then did a great job of bringing the color up where it should be. But that's where that copy came from. It's safe in Washington. And there are two of them, as a matter of fact. I had to do one for the movie and one for the score.
I think that's the only thing that's safe in Washington anymore, though, right now, is copyrighted works. Not much else.
They might be safe in Washington, but they're not safe in Florida.
I didn't say classified.
Last week they banned Sherlock Holmes and some dictionary.
The dictionary.
Man.
Crazy times we live in now.
I don't know what the fuck is going on over there. Yeah.
Well, speaking of this unreleased or uncut print, where can fans right now find the most complete cut of this film? I know there was one in Germany that was pretty close, but I don't know if that was still around.
Arrow Video has a really good DVD package with some of the little folder that comes in it. It has the artwork for Fall Break as well as the Mutilator artwork. And I think it has both the R-rated and the unrated uncut version.
Nice.
I know the uncut version, but I think they threw the R-rated version in also. Don't bother watching that.
I was looking at it because, I don't think I've actually ever seen the uncut version of The Mutilator. And another question I have is, are there any copies of this movie out there that actually say as the title, The Mutilator? Do they all say Fall Break? Because the one I watched said Fall Break.
Yeah, I don't know where that one came from. Somebody got it. It's on the internet somewhere. I've heard about it.
Tubi or something.
No. The answer to your question is no. Again, the DVD I think is the standard right now, but there are copies here and there on the internet that say Mutilator.
Okay. See, yeah. I was like, look at this Fall Break.
Well, hopefully, while we're in Atlanta this weekend, maybe we can find the Arrow booth or. Vinegar Syndrome has a good edition of this too, right?
I don't know if they have it or not. If they do, it comes from Arrow. Arrow's license has another year to run. They're in. You can buy them online. It's available. Arrow's version, and Arrow has. I think it's arrowfilms.com.
Okay,
you can buy it right from them.
There you go.
Yep, folks. The link's in the comments right now.
Yep. There we go. Arrowvideo.com. There we go.
So how was it? Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to pass it to the Colonel for a minute.
I got a real quick one. How was it putting all that glorious gore back into it where it belongs? So is it just like, yes, finally?
It was good. It was good. The timer at Vinegar Syndrome, I was asking we used I had an old VHS copy of the old VHS copy. I can't remember. What was the name of the company? Vestron Video
yes.
Company. And I said, match those colors. And it was a lot of work. And I got a letter from the head guy at Vinegar Syndrome. I said, look, you're asking us to make it better than it was. You can't do that. I said, no, don't misunderstand. That's just the best one. And what we've got is this old answer print. Everything's off. And the Vestron Video just was made right from the movie. And it's just the best existing sample of what the color should look like. I said, okay. And they made it look like that. And it turned out very well.
Nice.
Well, while we're on the topic of fighting with the MPAA, uncut versions of the film, buddy, what is wrong with you to come up with these kills in this movie, man?
Wait,
there's
I don't see
some
that.
really good ones in there.
I don't see that question on the list.
I'm a little bit hard of hearing. I got 2 hearing aids in, but with that mustache, on your lip, it makes it a little bit hard for me to see what you're saying. That helps.
There we go.
Curl that up.
I'm trying to curl it up for you. There we go.
What was the question?
So, what's wrong with you? Those were some of the best kills I've seen in a slasher movie, sir. How did you come up with that idea?
Oh, the different kills?
Yes.
Well, I decided to use marine implements.
Yeah.
And all of them are except the battle. I kind of always like the image of a battle axe. That's kind of scary, So we had a battle axe, and everything else was done with nautical implements. So we just picked one, and some people think it's a chainsaw, but it's an outboard motor that got Maury in the garage. Death in the pool. Chop the guy's head off. Okay, that was landlubber stuff. I can't remember what all we used now. But we would try to keep it in the atmosphere of being right there on the ocean. That's all.
Very good. Yeah, Corbin says, like the movie The Prowler, The Mutilator has some gnarly kills. Great movie. So there you go. There's our buddy Corbin.
I'm glad you like
it. Okay, we got a couple of fan questions here.
Sure.
So,
right.
Well, since we're on the topic of kills, okay. Lorena wants to know, I was going to ask where he got the brass balls for that last kill. God damn.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that one. Yeah, that was, it wasn't 100% popular. It wasn't popular with 100% of the crew. In fact, Peter Schnall's sister was the boom operator. She said she wasn't going to be. She laid her boom down, walked off the set. Peter went out and talked to her a little bit. She came back in. We shot it. I don't know where it came from. Who knows? I don't know, but it sort of stands out in people's minds. It
just floating around up there somewhere and just landed, right?
Well, we had this big hook. So we had to do something with it.
Oh, yeah.
That.
And another question here. Tarek wants to know, how long did it take once it started to put it back together for that final cut?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
How long were you working on that?
Yeah, there was no putting it back together. It was copying the one from DC, from the copyright office. Library of Congress. I went to Vinegar Syndrome in Connecticut and sat there. I sat there a day, but it took the guy a couple of weeks to get the timing right. I'd say probably 2 weeks on the timing. Everything else was okay.
Nice.
They may have adjusted the sound or something, tweaked it a little bit. Transferring it would not have taken long. 2 or 3 weeks. I guess. That's just a guess. I don't really know. We'll have to ask Arrow Video. It was their baby.
We'll hit them up sometime. Ask them.
It's a good question. Guy's name
Right.
is Alex Agron. He's a good guy.
All right, Ziggy. Before we move on to the sequel, you got anything else on?
Oh yeah, I got a couple more things. I just wanted to, your killer Ed Senior, Jack Chatham, pretty respectable and capable for an '80s slasher. Crazy, ruthless. Did you have any notes for him, or did you ever consider like putting a mask on him, some kind of Halloween mask or some kind of disguise at all? Because he looks great as for someone not wearing a mask. There's only a couple other slashers that actually came out with a killer no mask, like Slumber Party Massacre and shit right here, with ours. So did you ever have any pressure? Did anyone suggest a mask or anything like that? Or was that out of the question from the word go?
I don't recall anyone suggesting it, but I never considered it. I just didn't.
Good.
And Jack from Greensboro, he's still in Greensboro. He's elderly now. We talked about having Jack in Mutilator 2 when we first started pre-production. It was right before the pandemic. The pandemic came and stopped everything. And when we got it back going again, he said that he thought he was really too old. He had aged out. He just had his 96th birthday not too long ago.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Man, yeah.
But when we were getting ready to shoot Mutilator, he came up to me. It was nighttime. I remember the conversation. We were shooting. And he said, "Bud, tell me about this character, about Big Ed. What's he like? I said, he is one mean son of a bitch." And that was all the direction that Jack Chatham needed. He took it and ran with it. The rest of it was him.
He ran with it for sure.
He was good. I mean,
he did.
Like
he was good.
Even in the final showdown, he's walking by with that axe and looks down. The guy tries and he jabs him right on his knee, above his knee with that, and pokes it. It's like, oh man, that's just ruthless, horrible. So I mean, he nailed it, But I was just curious that you always hear stories like, oh yeah, we had this mask and then something happened and we just decided not to do that and we went without it. And in this case, it works. He's great without it.
Yeah, he had a good look.
What else you got there, Ziggy?
Let me look on my list here. Like, yeah, that's all I got for the first one. Right there. And there's stuff we'll throw back to it. We're gonna go back to it, but I mean, yeah, we can definitely step to the future now.
All right. Well, you completed work on a meta sequel, Mutilator 2, in 2022, and we actually have kind of an interesting story about that here in a little bit. But why exactly? Why haven't we seen the release of this film yet? What's the issue with a distributor, or have you shown it at some film festivals, and what's the reception been like there?
Well, we won a Hubby Award at Joe Bob Briggs drive-in in October, and it turns out he was a fan of the first one. He gave a really terrific introduction to the thing. He had a band up there that sang the theme song. And then we showed the movie, and then they invited me up, and the crowd loved it. There were about 1,000 people there. They laughed in all the right places, and they screamed and hollered and whistled in all the right places. It was a good show. That's the only festival that we have screened it at. It's been screened a few times by distributors who passed or never even responded, including Arrow Video. And
where the fuck is Shudder?
It Shuddered on the list. I don't know where it is. I'm talking with. I have some people that some of my producers are talking about right now.
We'll put the fork on Greg Nicotero while we see him in Atlanta this weekend, because he's
right. What's going on here?
He's got some pull at Shudder, I think.
Right.
So.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can use all the help I can get.
Absolutely,
hey, man.
Well, and that's a good point right there. Is there anything that fans can do to help get this out or make this a possibility?
I would think so. If they called the streaming services or got in touch with them, got some sort of campaign going, I wouldn't know how to begin it or start it. But yeah, a lot of people saying they'd like to see it. I think to let the distributor see that there's a market out there for it.
Right.
That might help.
Okay.
If y'all catch me looking over that way, it's because the Carolina Tar Heels are playing Wake Forest right
Hey,
now.
You're fine, man.
I turned the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I came off before we went live.
Holy cow. They're ahead by 18.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
18.
No,
That's
trust me,
good.
if it's either the Lions, the Detroit Lions over here, or the Cincinnati Bengals down here, yeah, their TV's on in the background too all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We'll let it
Yeah,
slide.
I watched the Blues bow out last night, the Bills.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That was a tough way to go.
I couldn't believe that shit, man. I just
Who misses a field goal in the pros? I mean,
I know. So
It's you have
your
one job.
Yeah.
that close. I guess
right,
I could tell the story, can I, of how we even heard about this?
Yeah.
We were actually in Connecticut covering a Friday the 13th fan film, right? Called Roseblood. And Terry Kiser stars in this movie, right?
Yeah.
So we're over there talking to Terry, and he just said, hey, I just signed on to do a sequel to a big 80s slasher. He goes, and it's going to be, and his agent goes, hey, that's not official. You can't say that yet. So we were like, come on. We're off the record. We're off the record. He would not tell us.
Yep.
Fast forward a year later, we're at Whorehound in Cincinnati. There's an independent film panel on there. Your producer, Jeff
Seaman.
was up there. I talked to him, and he just said, we're going to be ready to talk soon. And that's when I emailed you the first time. And I didn't hear back from you for months and months. So when you came back, I was like, yes, we'll get you on for sure. Let's do this. But I mean, we finally figured out it was Mutilator 2 at Whorehound like a year later from what Terry said, that he was going to be in it. We put all the pieces together and figured it out like Scooby-Doo and shit.
Yep. It was funny, though, how Dom, Terry's agent, just swept in right at the right moment. Because I'm pretty sure the word "mew" was out of his mouth already. Like,
it's like we were standing there going, looks like he was going to say M or B or something.
It was hysterical. Well, explain the story of Mutilator 2, because it's not quite what a lot of people might think it is, and how it qualifies as a meta sequel. I'm curious to hear about this. No, there we go.
There we go.
Libations, always welcome.
I wanted a story that would let as many of the actors from the first movie appear in it without being, they're not going to come on and try to replay their characters from 30 years before. No. And a couple of them have died. Ben, the deputies did, Ben Moore, and Maury Lampley died. Connie Rogers died. We signed up. I have a release signed by her when we were started at 19, but then she died not long after that, after the pandemic. But Bill Hitchcock, Ruth Martinez, Jack Chatham wouldn't be in it, but he said he wanted to come to the set one day just to watch, and he did. We stuck him over in the corner and shot him.
Got a cameo, hopefully. Yes, great.
He's in there. It seemed like somebody else. I can't remember who. Oh, my daughter's in it. She was one of the cheerleaders in the first one. And so I thought, well, how in the world could we have these people be in it without schmaltzying it up? And the idea just occurred to me. They can be a film within a film. They're remaking it, and the rap party. So they've invited the actors from the old one to come show up, and that's what it's about. That's the whole movie right there.
Nice.
You can't really have a killer returning based on how the first one ends.
Right. I mean, Mutilator is one of the slasher films of the 80s where it'd be extremely difficult to realistically bring the antagonist back, for sure. So
Then again, if you go the supernatural route, anything's on the table. So I would have been like, yes, bring it.
Yeah.
But cut in half.
Yes. We,
By the way,
we
too, that
thought,
when he
we thought and thought we couldn't come up with anything.
Have him on one of those rolly boards that you see, just going down the sidewalk chasing people. That wouldn't be as scary, I don't think.
The 20 rolly board.
Tarek wants to know if you still have any of the original storyboards from Mutilator 1. Sounds like you have a lot of stuff from there.
Yeah.
I did. I sold a lot of it. I think I do. Yeah, I do.
Nice.
I do.
Um,
And you can go to the Facebook page for Mutilator and leave me a message or something.
Okay.
Just want anything.
All right. Well, how did the new cast, like Terry Kiser,
Yeah.
Damien Maffei, and others, interact with the returning cast members like Bill and Ruth that you mentioned a minute ago? Was there a learning curve for them when it came to? Because I mean, no offense to Bill and Ruth. I mean, they haven't done anything in a while. Terry, Damien,
they've been busy. Yeah, Ruth is primarily been directing and acting on stage, but she's been in some video stuff. And Bill has been in a few. He keeps saying, "Well, I got killed again." How many times he died? But the talent in this thing was amazing to me. These people came prepared. They were not amateurs. They knew their stuff. They knew their lines. They had worked together. They had worked out business. The characters would say things and do things that were not written in the screenplay, and they were better than what was in the screenplay. They just brought those characters to life, and whatever they said or did is what the character would have said or done at that time.
Nice.
All of them. It was just, I really, really appreciated their work.
Okay.
They're a bunch of great folks.
Nice. Well, how did you approach Bill and Ruth about returning for the second part? Like, what was that first conversation like, and how did they respond?
Well, we've stayed in touch through the years. Bill lives about a mile from here, and Ruth from North Carolina. We've been in touch about things, and I just contacted them. I said, "Hey, we're gonna make a sequel. Y'all be in it?" And they said, "Yeah, sure."
That easy, huh?
Better than anybody.
All right.
Get it up. Shit.
Ziggy, what else you got there?
Well, were there any things you wanted to do in Mutilator 1 effects-wise that you couldn't maybe get done that maybe you got to realize it or get it done in the second one? Like you actually got it, like some different things that we can't do it. Like you said, you spear in the pool. Was there anything? What did you bring to the table this time that you went, oh yeah? And I got to ask you, man, is it practical effects or are we CGI effects?
Practical.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what everybody said they wanted. Yeah.
Yes, that's what we want.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely what we want.
Yes.
I can't tell you how, I'm reluctant to tell you exactly what because it would be a spoiler. But I will say that, the Sasta sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sent a suggestion. They said, "Hey, you ought to try this," and I did, and it's one of the favorite kills in the movie. And when it happened in Las Vegas, the crowd stood up and cheered and whistled. Yeah. So thanks to the Sasta sisters for that one.
They're pretty inventive.
You know what I'm skirting around there.
There you go.
I said it.
Oh, there you go.
That's all right. That's that's anticipation. That's good.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So it sounds like we've got more kills. We've got more blood. Now, it seems the MPAA has relaxed quite a bit the last 30 years. So did you hold back or did you just fucking give it both barrels this time?
No, I didn't hold back. Yeah, man.
You can't say nothing. That sucks.
There's some interesting scenes.
All right.
Yeah.
Colonel, what do you got there?
Let's see here.
You got to remember, we're back at the beach.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So you're back at the beach. Are there any technical aspects of filmmaking that you learned over the past 30 years that you wanted to implement in Mutilator 2?
The technology has changed so much, Colonel, that it's almost impossible to answer that question. The
Okay.
things that I learned about shooting and editing and cameras and lights and all of that, and sound and mixing in the early 80s is much, much different now. It doesn't, that technology doesn't even exist. And I've taught myself. I forgot the question. what did I learn? Oh, what I learned. What I learned, the basics. I mean, it's basically light passing through a lens being captured somehow, and the setting of the lights, the color, the nuances of the light, location of the camera movements, that sort of thing. All those basics are still very much applicable, and I applied what I learned on Mutilator 1 to Mutilator 2.
Okay.
Well, kind of piggybacking on that, you said when was it you said you went back to film school to AFI? When was that?
91, in the August of 91.
Okay. So technology has even changed since then. So
They were just beginning to cut on tape. We would shoot on tape and we're cutting on tape, which was that was bold. That was new stuff at the time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tarek has a question here. He says, probably a dumb question, but was Mutilator 2 shot on film or digital?
I don't think it's a dumb question. It was shot on digital.
There you go.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
A lot of it is now. I think it's quick. It's easy. The equipment is lighter. You get to see what you got right now. You don't have to wait till tomorrow to look at dailies. And editing is push button. Where before you used to have to sit with. There you go.
Yeah.
1 month of shooting right here, instead of a room full of film.
And editing is so much simpler, quicker, neater,
right.
More efficient. Yeah. So we shot on digital. Oh, it's also cheaper.
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot that one.
Go ahead, Ziggy.
Let's see. We did that one already. Okay. What is the hope for this? Do you want to get it in theaters, or just are you cool with going streaming DVD?
Well, I'd be cool with streaming, but I would love to see it in the theater. And I saw it in Las Vegas on 6 screens at one time, great big giant outdoor screens all playing all at the same time. That was a lot of fun. I'd love to see it in the theater. When Mutilator 1 came out, I traveled around to places to see it, and one of the places I watched it was on 42nd Street in New York City. It was big. It was big. It was a huge audience, and they loved it. They were screaming, talking to the screen, and all that. It was a good time. It was a Labor Day weekend too, by the way.
I mean, that's a fun one. That's the Mutilator. It has all those tropes that you would want in a slasher film, and it works. It's fun.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Yeah.
Just watching it yesterday again.
I was a little bit concerned about it, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think they work too.
Well, has there been any thought about taking it to like some of the horror conventions, the film festivals, anything like that, and doing screenings that way?
Yes, we've been invited to a few, and turned them down before because I didn't want too many people to see it. I didn't want people in the audience with a video camera, that kind of thing.
Sure.
But it's time for us to start doing that. We approached Mad Monster in Charlotte coming up soon, and they never got back to us, so we just moved on, and we've got a couple of feelers out now. So we're looking.
Well, we'll start barking about it for sure. I mean, I think we got to get this one out there. Yeah.
I don't know that many in the North Carolina area, but Maryland, Monster Mania is in Maryland this year. That
Yeah.
might be a spot to talk to. There's that Tidewater in Virginia that's coming up.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in North Carolina.
Sure, of course, but
It doesn't have to be.
No,
doesn't have to be.
I'll be honest. I'd love to see either Mutilator film on a big screen.
Oh yeah.
Because I've being the youngest of the group, I mean, I didn't see this stuff until the '90s, growing up. So just any chance I could see an older horror movie on the big screen, it's like watching it for the first time all over again. Because I'm used to the old tube television. That's how I experienced everything. It's especially the first one, because obviously I haven't seen the second one. It's made for a theater. Like I would love to see that on the big screen with an audience, like to get those reactions. Because the reaction I get with my buddy is totally different than a reaction with 200 people in a room. It's just so good.
Yep.
100% agree. 100%.
I feel bad for the mustache, so I need to shave it.
100% agree.
See, we got a few on there that are chiming in, talking about a theatrical release. Love to see it in a theater too. That's from Lorena.
Yeah.
Mary says, "Take my money."
Yes. I mean, I've seen them all on the big screen, buddy. That's why it's pissing me off. These are like the white whales, these ones that got through the cracks on me. So anytime I can get out to see them, I'm there, man. So if this one hits theaters with 2, we got to arrange it somehow. We got to get 1 and 2. Double feature. Let's fucking do this.
Exactly. Tarek just said, dude, yes, double feature on a theater screen. If you build it, they will come.
Yes.
And
Good idea.
Bill even says, I say we get together and get this movie out in the theaters. I can break some legs to get this done. Bring it to Morgan Crypt Horror Fest in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we will get it done. We could definitely arrange a double screening there.
I think so.
Yeah.
You got to come though if we do it there, man.
Yes,
buddy.
Okay. Ask Bill to send a little bit of information to me on the Facebook page.
All right,
we'll do.
We'll figure something out. Hopefully, it won't be as warm this year as it was last year in Albuquerque.
I mean, imagine this though: we play Mutilator, you come out, you get us to do a Q&A, and then we show the fucking new one. It'll be a blast, man. And then you sign autographs and fill your pockets up.
Yes.
I mean,
bring Bill and Ruth too, if you could. That'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And some of the other people are fond of those things. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. One thing away from Mutilator for a brief moment, I wanted to ask you about. I'm missing one. You've been marked as a producer lately on a couple of projects, and for some reason I don't have one of the posters here, but here we go. One of them is The Woodman from last year. And then another one is Late Checkout, which is now became available from our buddies at Scream Team releasing. What attracted you to these two projects, and what was your involvement in these productions?
My involvement, my physical involvement in the production was nil. The movies and the other movies that I have, I've been given the producer credit. They've come from GoFundMe, Kickstarters, and those. And I chose those because they had some of the talent from Mutilator 2 in them. And I was supporting the actors as much as anything. And they were kind enough to give me these credits, which I take, yeah.
Yeah.
Shows up on MBD, whatever that is.
Yep.
IMBD.
Well, like I said, Late Checkout is available now on Scream Team releasing. I think it just came out at the beginning of this year.
Those guys are awesome.
And then another one is Silent Night, Bloody Night 3, Descent. Is that the same kind of deal?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious about that. So.
Yeah.
Well, one other thing I want to chat.
Happily wander around the set and tell them what to do. But
maybe that'll be a different perk from Indiegogo somewhere down the line.
You know, the last time I had that perk was very expensive. I had to.
Well, like I said, you and I have something in common. with the motel business, the motel in North Carolina where the cast and crew for Mutilator stayed was now your folks, and then you had it, and now it sounds like you've just recently passed it on to your son.
Passing on the duties, not the ownership.
Okay.
My two sisters and I owned it.
Okay. Well, what did you learn growing up in that business, and was there anything that you took from that you translated into filmmaking?
That's a good question. If so, it was unconscious. I can't think of anything that I picked up. Yeah. I know there are some similarities in the sense that the guest is always right. In a movie, you need to be entertaining, I think, or interesting at least. There were a lot of amenities at the motel, beach umbrellas, chase lounges, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And in a general sense, there are things in the movie that you want to supply to your audience. But I can't think of anything that I particularly consciously transferred. No.
Okay. Well, I know the motel business can be a rather bizarre business. So what are some of the weirdest stories that you can tell us about previous hotel guests? Obviously, names withheld to protect the guilty. Any interesting stories, especially maybe as a teenager growing up, and you're like, "What the hell is going on in this room?" You know?
Oh yeah, no. When I was a teenager, the thing opened as a very family oriented. Is where it was, but in the almost 70 years now that it's been operating.
Wow.
It's been held up one time, and the guys went into the front office and raided the till, made the desk clerk go in the next room, slammed the sofa up against the door to keep him in there. But the crook didn't realize that the door opened the other way, you know. So he left, and the desk clerk just opened the door and came out and called the cops. That was kind of interesting. I can't think of anything else.
One of the stories I love to tell about when I was younger and my parents had a motel is they used to take a trip every year to Vegas. This was like their annual getaway. Now, I was normally too young to go, and I would stick around at home. I had a couple of babysitters that were there. But then one year, they felt like I was old enough to stay by myself with very little, watch over me. So I proceeded as
made a movie out of this, you know.
I should have made a movie out of it. But I proceeded to inform all the high school students, especially the boys, that, hey, this weekend, rooms are going to be going for this hourly rate. If you need some space, let me know. I had that thing booked for 4 days solid, sir. I made so much money in the summer or in the spring of 1987. It was ridiculous. So,
well,
and unless my dad or any of my family are happen to be watching now, which I doubt, they still don't know. So it was a great time, though. No, nothing like that on your end. No. All right. I'll leave it be. Ziggy, go ahead.
After the original Mutilator came out, was there anything? Did you get any interest from like other franchises out there? Like said, hey, want to come in and what's your take on this, or any other characters along the way? Nothing like that.
No. I wish there had been, but didn't happen.
If you could choose which one, who would you like to do? What's a movie you would like to make of a established killer?
It's hard to answer that question, but my favorite is Alien. I don't know if you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's a good horror movie.
Hell yeah, yes sir.
I don't know that. Which one I'd like to take up? They're all done. You know, I can't think of one. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Alien's great. I mean, that's there's been some bad takes on that material, but I mean, the source of it will always be terrifying, and that's not bad. There's nothing wrong with the Alien.
No, and we
yeah,
seems like we have a couple of different stories coming from Alien this year with TV series and
Oh,
the
right.
movie. So,
Yeah, I thought something at a time.
Colonel, you got anything else?
Yeah.
I'm going to go off the subject of films because I'm a big sports guy. Who is your favorite North Carolina Tar Heel of all time? Because I know typically a lot of people go to Michael Jordan. I'm curious. This is stuff.
You got to say Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah.
And I know Dean Smith, although he didn't play, he was there. And Montross, who just died a few weeks ago, Eric Montross, was an announcer, color announcer for a while. They're two pretty good ones. And got to say Charlie Smith, being who he was, broke the segregation barrier.
Mhm.
All right.
Sorry, Crank. You know, I'm
Don't-
sports
don't
guy.
sorry me.
I get a new favorite. It's hard to answer the question.
Don't sorry me.
Baycott and R.J. Davis right now.
See, Tarek even says, Buddy laughed because he's like, is he expecting me not to say Jordan? Gotta be crazy. And also, Tarek wants to know favorite holiday. Yes, I'm for real curious.
Okay.
So, what is your favorite holiday, sir?
Question, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's an interesting question. It's after my birthday. No, just kidding. A favorite holiday. I feel like I'm supposed to say Halloween, but I'm gonna think a minute. I guess it's Christmas. Huh?
Christmas?
I don't know anymore. I guess it is too for me, just because I have a young son and I kind of live through him. I get the Christmas magic through him. So Christmas, yeah.
All right.
That's fair.
There you go, Tarek.
It's a good time of the year. Spirit's right. Everybody's happy. Almost everybody.
Yeah.
I
Ziggy,
do
what else
have.
you got?
I'll wrap it up with this. Mutilator 2. Once we're done with it, does this conclude the universe of the Mutilator, or do you have something else on the back burner? Maybe another story to tell. Be careful.
I have stories to tell, but I got a stack of stories. And if I could get my money back, or even most of my money back from this one, I'd love to make another one.
See, all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, I want to ask one more thing, kind of a follow up on this, because I saw in some interview you did. Now, this may have been a few years back, but it said that you were looking for scripts or looking at other people's scripts to potentially produce.
Yeah.
Are you still doing that?
That's when I was in LA. I was looking for scripts, and I found some good ones, and I put some packages together. I had some interest in one of them, but nothing materialized. I made friends with before I went out there. I was friends with Bill Kelly. I don't know if that name rings a bell.
Mm-hmm.
He was a screenwriter. He wrote a lot of Gunsmoke and Kung Fu. So he's an older person. He's dead now, but he won the Oscar for writing Witness.
Yes.
And while I was out there, we talked a lot. We palled around a lot, and he had a deal with Alice Karras and Susan Clark to write a screenplay. Said, I can't get it. I just can't see it. I don't know whether you want to write a screenplay. I said, hell yeah, I'll write it. So I wrote the screenplay with Bill looking over my shoulder. It's really good. It's never been made, but it's probably the best thing I've ever done. Yeah.
Nice.
I forgot what. I was looking for other screenplays. I was looking for Diamonds in the Rough because I knew all the really good stuff had been taken, and so I got lots of screenplays, and some of them were good, just needed a little tweaking, a little this, a little bit of that, and I got some decent screenplays out of it, but never made anything.
Man,
I know there's a lot of that great stuff is just in there. That's in that pile, and it just can't get made for whatever reason, but it's an original stuff. And
every producer has that pile.
Oh, yes.
It's, whether it be a stack of papers, next to their desk or digitally now, in their computer, but every producer has that pile.
All right. So this is what we have to do, folks. Just get that form letter out on your email. Let's send it to Shudder. Let's hit everybody. Let's hit Hulu. Let's hit fucking Peacock, everything. HBO Max. We want Mutilator 2. Let's get it done, man. We've got the power. Power to the people. Let's do this.
Is this one of those things that might need one of those online petitions?
We could probably do that just to get it going. Get some interest out there. Get it out there in the mind.
I don't know how effective those are, though, unless you get 60 million signatures.
It's
a little.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Okay, here there's one more viewer question here. BK wants to know, on a scale from 1 to blasphemy, what are your thoughts on Duke?
Just a little past blasphemy.
Perfect answer.
When my son was a little boy, he had a T-shirt that said, "My two favorite teams are Carolina and whoever's playing Duke."
There you go. I can.
And we spelled Duke. We spelled Duke D-O-O-K. Duke. It's great rivalry. I have family members who went to Duke. But it's fun.
That's awesome. Colonel, do you have anything else?
No.
What?
Colonel, do you have one last question or anything?
No, just one last statement. Again, I'm not from North Carolina. I enjoy watching the Tar Heels, but obviously my favorite college basketball teams, the Cincinnati Bearcats, and even I hate Duke. So there we go.
Okay, good. That's good.
I'm glad Coach K's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
And they've taken down the Wolverines a few times. It's happened. I don't like Duke. We can say it. Fuck Duke. Fuck them.
Where's that battle axe when you need them?
Yeah.
How about the hook?
Oh, he's
Hook
got the
him
hook.
right in the eye.
The hook would be way better than the battle axe for them.
Yep. Oh, you go up for the layup, huh? So yeah, just gave you another kill for part 3 right there.
That's right.
That's right. We need a
mutilator basketball.
Yeah, we need a sports mutilator.
Oh man.
There you go.
Well, we look forward to seeing 2 for sure. I mean, especially after just getting refreshed on the original. Let's get this done, man. Let's get this in theaters, and we're gonna send you the info on Morgan Crypt because I think that'd be a killer event for the people in New Mexico out there. So, yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Well, buddy, thank you again for joining us, and this has been a blast, and really appreciate you spending some time with us and giving us some behind-the-scenes stories, and letting us in a little bit. We can't wait to see Mutilator 2 somewhere.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's been interesting talking to you guys.
Yeah, and keep us posted on. You've got contact with Ziggy. Keep us posted on anything that does materialize, and we'll try to publicize it and do what we can over here for it.
That's what we're here for, man.
That's what we're here for.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Take care, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Wow, man.
Buddy Cooper, ladies and gentlemen.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
That was awesome.
I love those Southern gentlemen like that, man. And they're just so fucking right to the point, and just they say it. They're going to say it like it is, and that's how it should be. But we got to get this fucking movie out, man. I mean, what the fuck? This is a legitimate legacy sequel, meta legacy sequel to a classic 85, Hell, it's under the radar. It's for some reason it's always under the radar, but I'll never forget those posters. Seeing that at the video.
I don't know how to get about it though. Do we just spam places like Shudder?
Yeah, that's what a lot of letters to Shudder, a lot of letters to anywhere that plays movies like that. Well,
and see, especially like Joe Bob. I mean, imagine he has to pull at Shudder if he's such a big.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And he's right on Shudder too. How we gotta, we gotta hit him too.
Phone call.
We'll hit him too. He
Yeah.
gets flooded too.
Well,
and just to remind him, like, hey man, you love Mutilator 1. Well, hey, get on the train. Let's get 2 in here, and so people can fucking see this motherfucker. Damn.
Well, and like I said, I mean, Nicotero's in Atlanta next weekend, so
can't hurt to ask.
Yeah, maybe we can at least get some info.
What do we got to do?
Yeah, what do we have to do to get this out? What is the issue?
Ass needs a hook right up the middle. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this out.
And the fact that Arrow passed on it really kind of shocks me. Have you seen some of the other shit Arrow's put out last year?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm wondering if they even got to see it. You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking.
That's what I'm worried about. Yeah,
I didn't want to ask. He didn't tip his hand though. He didn't give away nothing from it. I tried to get into some gore,
which is good. Like I said, anticipation. I already want to see this movie bad enough. Like now, I got to see that scene.
Right.
You know us, man. A slasher is always a slasher, baby. We're in. Love it.
All right. We got a couple of quick comments I want to go through here. MJS Lawrence says, just joining, but been waiting for Mutilator 2. That was a while ago, though.
We're telling folks to write in, man.
Yep.
Email your provider.
Yeah,
for sure.
Bill says, awesome. Thank you, sir. It was great. Faye says, thanks for coming on the show, buddy. Thanks, buddy. From Tarek. Lorena says, thank you so much, buddy. You're my new favorite guest. And honestly, she doesn't say that every week. So
no, she never says that.
Tarek says that interview ruled.
And you never know what you're going to get. We've never met him before. We didn't know, but a hell of a guy. I could sit there. We could hear stories all night and just keep going. I mean, things would have kept coming up. There was more things on the list, but we got to all the main things I think we wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
And bring
I could hear him tell stories all night, especially behind the scenes stuff. You guys know I love that.
Yeah.
I just feel really bad. I learned a lesson tonight. I know it's been like fucking 2 degrees outside for 2 weeks straight. Trim your mustache before you have an interview.
Damn it, Kurt.
I do feel bad. I'm like, man, I should have trimmed it. But
he's all standing there like going,
I had
like a fucking Joker.
Well, you are kind of mush mouth anyway sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. Dude, it's the accent. I can't help it.
Right. Actual audio of Colonel asking a question.
That's not right. It's wrong.
Well, now you're going to get the joke from earlier that I said I wasn't going to do because
go ahead.
I don't make myself look bad in front of Buddy. Here, flashback. People are calling it back. Zag. Oh, I could juggle 15 balls at once. Yeah, 2 in his hand, 13 in his mouth.
God damn.
Not bad. Give him a rim shot for that. That's pretty good.
There.
All right.
All right. BK says,
and fuck you, Colonel.
That was the kind of guy that will be excellent to have many beers with.
Exactly. Yeah. He's got stories.
Maybe
we might have to get him on here again and just break it down again. Just say, all right, we need to anything. The biz, the biz is crazy over there. So
I think we could. I'm pretty sure we could do something at Morgan Crypt for like a double feature kind of thing. I'm
dead serious.
But
we just gotta tell them, see what they think. I can't imagine it would break the bank too much to do it. They got a giant ass theater there to do it. I think it'd be a great thing to do. And then if they show up and bring some cast with them, fuck, dude, that's a home run.
That's
man.
A win.
Yeah.
Grizzly says more ball handling than Larry Bird.
All right.
Hold on, that one.
That was pretty good too.
There we go. That's good. And James, hey, what's up, James? Says that was cool to hear some of Buddy Cooper's stories. Hell yeah, we love the stories.
Yeah.
Like and Mary says he sounded the same way since probably the 4th grade. That's awesome.
Anytime though, I'm serious. Anytime we can get down with the '80s slasher scene, oh my god, dude!
Of course,
I'm fucking there, man. I am there.
Of course.
it's not, it's celebrated, but I don't think it's celebrated near enough.
Right. Well, talk amongst yourself for a minute while I get some stuff going here.
Get some stuff
So
going. Oh, you
anyway,
gotta get it ready. Yeah, go ahead.
Craig's been a little pain in our fucking ass.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't know if you need to talk about that.
For the last 2 weeks. No.
It's been worth it though. And there's a lot of shit going on around here.
There is a lot of shit going on.
A lot of shit going on.
We're getting ready
to start to the year for anybody.
Oh man. If I could hit a reset button, it would have been hit already. I mean,
if I could hit a lottery, that would be handy right now.
It's crazy.
So,
but it's gonna be fine. And man, more than ever, DCS is just keeping me from actually becoming the subject of my own horror movie where I run out in the street and just stab everybody moving. Because this is my last outlet, my last bastion to release. So please.
Yeah, please don't stab anybody. That would be
Keep watching.
Don't do that.
That would be bad. So,
I thought your people were supposed to be mellow, man. Like the hell?
You people? What do you mean by you people?
Yeah, what the hell?
Smokers.
Oh.
Supposed to be mellow.
What?
See, exactly. That's what he's supposed to be like. What?
Oh Lord. Okay, here he comes.
I'm working on it.
He's working on it. It's are you excited, Colonel? I'm so happy that you're attending Atlanta.
No, I'm thrilled. Again, not the best time of year to do this, but fuck, I could do it for cheap baby Taco Bell every day. It's going to be a fucking blast, man. I'm looking forward to this, especially the youngest of the three. Obviously, FaZe is the youngest of the four, but I'm the youngest of the three, and it's sad when I know I'm going to have to take a fucking nap at some point on Saturday, so I have the energy for fucking Saturday night because I'm the only one that's not a night owl.
Do you think he would have survived Pasadena? And that?
Oh God, no.
What we
not
did?
Not that
the
Friday,
marathon,
especially
Friday marathon. That 18 hours straight.
I could pull 18 hours straight,
dude.
If I'm like trying to entertain people, though, I'd rather not pull 18 hours straight. I'd rather get some rest. And
dude,
it was walking uphill both ways.
We were tired as fuck at the end of that day.
It sucked. It sucked, man. But whatever. It's not going to be that bad ever again. So, at least not for 5 years.
Yeah, not
at the 50-year anniversary.
Zach gonna have a walker of tennis balls on the bottom of it by then.
Dude, I'd say the lower back will not abide by then. I don't think. I'll be having one of those scooters, be parking it on the back of the bus. Like, hold on, let me get that off there, please. Yeah.
Oh Lord. All right.
Damn it. See, I'm frustrated because I'm looking at the Mutilator 2 logo right here, and we've got no way to see this thing.
Not yet.
I did ask him for screeners too, but
what did he say? Or did he just not answer? No,
he didn't answer on those. He just responded with thumbs up to when I said, okay, here's the link to the room and like that. But those are 50-50 anyway when you're coming directly from the guy that made it, so he doesn't want to get out there. I understand.
No, I don't blame him.
Smart. Like, I get it.
But it doesn't mean I still want to fucking see the thing.
I think a few screenings around the country, though, might stir up some interest, though.
Well, the convention.
Especially if we can hit a couple of the big ones, like,
dude,
something that gets notice. You know what I mean?
Now you're talking 800 people seeing it, at once.
Right.
Boom, boom, and every showing you have.
But you've also got distribution representatives there as well.
That's the other thing. Yep, someone's going to be like, "Say, let's sit down and what do we do here?" I think Shutter's going to wake up at some point, aren't they? And just go, "We need some Halloween content."
He said he hadn't even gotten a response from him yet. So who knows how long ago?
But it's probably someone like Colonel. Their age. They need someone like my age answering that fucking mail.
They've got people our age up
What's
there.
What's that supposed to mean? My age. I'd still
actually. It's not like Colonel because Colonel likes the slashers. He's a Gore hound, so he doesn't apply.
I'm a fucking
One of these young
gore,
kids,
dude.
one of these
Yeah, I want to
young
see
kids.
Mutilator too.
One of these assholes that thinks that Skinamarink was fucking scary. They're the ones that passed on it and went like, Mutilator 2. We need
Dude, the
Skinamarink
only
2.
reason why Skinamarink even got any play is because for some reason people thought it was good when it had that very limited theatrical release. The only thing I think is good for is melatonin, dude, because it put my ass to sleep.
I went to the theater to see it. I'm shocked I stayed awake for the whole thing. I think I stayed awake on anger alone. Just like pure sheer anger that I'm sitting here watching like floorboards and wall corners and don't start, BK. Don't even.
Is he going?
In this house.
In this house.
I don't have them anymore, BK, or I'd already been pushing them. I got to reload them because they were too hot. I had to lower the sound on them.
Yeah.
So they'll return though because I do miss the In This House.
In this house.
Wait.
In this house.
I
can't even hear it now in my own ears. So I
hate you. I hate you all. I hate you all.
Anyway, that's my point. A Skinamarink fan is, buddy, that's the ones who passed on your email. We're going to get this going, though. They're going to be seeing Mutilator 2 in their fucking sleep until you're on the network. Count on
we gotta start hammering. Fucking Tubi, for God's sake, at least. You know, something.
Well, and I'm sure that that's not the one with all the glorious gore restored in it, too. It has to be the original cut.
Not the version of Mutilator on Tubi is not. No.
Right.
But no, I'm definitely checking out the I would imagine Arrow will have a booth at Atlanta. I think they will.
They probably will. But Faye's already, we had the link. We put the link up. It's on Amazon. It's on Arrow's site. I think it was $27. So that's well worth it for all the features and all the making of and everything.
I like to pick it up at the booth at the con though. So
oh, of course.
Personally.
Of course. If it's there, it's sold. Right.
Yeah. I'll be looking for that. All right.
But we wait. Oh, you ready now?
Yeah, I've been ready for a while, but we were having such fun.
Dude.
We were having such fun talking about
slashers, mutilators.
Yeah. All right. So over the last several months, we've been working on pretty extreme project. One of the things that how do I say this?
Extreme.
In this house. One of the things that we've always kind of wanted to do, or at least I've always wanted to do, is provide more kind of news and things like that through here. And I think we do. I love our interviews, especially, you know, and we always talk about upcoming releases and things like that. But, you know, we also have a website that we don't get a whole lot of, traction on for a while. Well, because there was no reason to go to it.
There was no reason.
Multiple times, you know, you go, you check it out, you sign up, you buy a couple of things, and then when you feel like buying a couple other things, you go back. Well,
we're sitting there going, check out our website, and you're saying, pretty much.
That might be the case. Yeah. So we've been working on that, and we are happy to announce that the new website right now is live, deathcursesociety.com.
It's
and
glorious.
It's quite a bit different. So yeah,
take a look.
Let's go and check this out here for a minute.
Look at that, modern as shit.
Wow.
But yeah. So
I need a
one
facelift or something. What the fuck is going on?
Do what?
I need a facelift or some cream or something.
I was just say that's scary though. That's the first thing you see when you go to our website. Those three ugly fuckers staring at you.
For now,
man.
For now, that will change. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, you know, we don't have to look at this. You guys want to just bitch and moan?
No, come on. Let's look at the site. Come on.
But yeah,
we
so
worked hard on this.
One thing we're doing is we're including news now. So not not just news about us either. So
Everything.
we're covering.
There it is. Mutilator 2 right there, motherfuckers.
Yep. Bud Cooper talks Mutilator. Yep. Yeah, we're doing a whole lot with this, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Go in, tinker around with a little bit. There's our buddies. We got some ads on there now. Mostly our prize sponsors for Curse Your Luck. All have ads on here right now. Klaatu Records. If you're looking to pick up some,
going to be on there. Yeah,
some stuff. Yeah, Bells is on there. Scream Team's on there. Days of the Dead is on there. But
Bells Fancy Creations.
We have changed it all up, guys, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So one of my favorite things I think you guys will like is the calendar, and this actually is pretty damn thorough, guys. I'm telling you right now, because it'll include all of our episodes, like you'll see there, Monday Maniacs, Bud Cooper, Mutilator, but it'll also
soon the release date for Mutilator 2.
Hopefully we'll get to see this back on the calendar shortly.
Right on the calendar.
Yep. It'll have conventions. It'll have film releases, like The Seeding is coming on video on demand January 26th. I think that's Friday. And it goes on and on and on and on. And it talks about, we hit the theater releases, we hit the video on demand, we hit the limited, we're hitting everything. So
we got blogs coming, not really blogs, but probably like just little pieces we'll be typing in there and talking about stuff. It'll be fun.
That'll come eventually.
It's all coming, man.
But that's a fun section. We also, if you remember, we used to have a section on here for our fan films, short films, things like that. We're adding feature films that you can find on YouTube and Vimeo and stuff like that. But we'll just look at the short films. But it's going to be interesting because we're going to update this quite regularly. So there's Scream Team right there. See?
Yeah.
And I went ahead and included Night Swim as the featured short film because the short film's good.
The short's okay. The short's all right. Yeah, the short's good.
But you'll see latest there, and then an alphabetical listing of most of the rest. And it looks like there's at least 5 pages of those so far. That will grow considerably. I'll start, guys. Right now, though, looks like there's 361 different films that you can watch directly on our site, or mostly directly on our site. So, of course, there's info about the podcast on here, and then info about membership, Curse Your Luck. If you are in the Atlanta area, go to that area right there and sign up for Curse Your Luck.
We've got shit to give away at Curse this time around
right.
in Atlanta.
That's right.
Can we even say? Did we say yet?
What?
Have we talked to Patrick lately about his contribution to the whole thing?
No, he just said stop by when we get there and talk to him. But yeah, I may bump into him Thursday or Friday morning before you guys get in.
True enough. Oh yeah.
I'll be looking for him for sure.
Somewhere on this beautiful website too will be the highly anticipated uncensored DCS section coming up at some point.
Maybe a while.
It may be a while.
Yeah, because
we're making sure everything's working for a while. We're not changing anything else, but it's coming. This is where you're going to find all those hilarious bits that got made and we could not air because Paramount has a stick up their or Universal. Yeah. Sorry, Paramount. We love you.
No, they'd bust us too.
Like 20th Century Fox is like the only one. It just says, whatever. Go ahead. Columbia sometimes.
Well, not for how much longer though. I know the Disney buyout was a couple years ago now. Eventually, get us.
Yep.
Here's one of the things I'm the most proud of because it only took about 5 years, but we do have an About Us. It kind of tells a little bit about our story. But if you keep scrolling down, there is finally, for the love of God, a bio for the Colonel.
I like being mysterious, man. You made me fucking add shit. Like, The Colonel for parts unknown. Like that.
I
was
have been
legit.
I have been asking for a bio from this asshole for 5 years, and I finally got one. And he made me wait so long. I put his picture with his cat on there just to piss him off.
Perfect.
It works.
It works.
It shows my sensitive side, you know.
There's the phaser pointing at you.
It's
And I'll bring him in here in a minute, but I have to say big thanks to FaZe for helping kind of fill some of the backlog on this, and thanks to you guys and FaZe, of course, for helping do the testing. Because there's a lot of shit in here that we needed to tweak, or we weren't sure it was going to work until we were able to mess with it, like in a live setting. So
I bought a $1 membership.
Yeah, I got to refund you guys on that too.
I don't care.
Oh wait, but you still haven't finished it,
Huh?
You didn't. Never mind. I'll talk to you.
I
afterwards.
didn't.
No.
That's it.
It said you're in the club here.
I bought my 99-cent membership, and it went through. Zag, get your shit together.
Yeah.
It took me right to the fucking membership.
I'm aware.
Okay.
But we'll talk after.
Once again,
that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Exactly. Exactly. There is an information on there about advertising. If anybody's out there interested, information about membership. We kind of tweaked some of that. For those of you that are already members, I will be sending out probably tomorrow an email to complete your membership on here. I had to basically, I don't have access to your passwords, but I can't change them. And I had to do that when I swapped it over. So I don't know what your password was before. They're all a generic password right now. I'll get a hold of you at some point, probably tomorrow, and show you how to change all that. But yeah, I'm really happy and really excited about this because, like I said, I've been working on this since like early October, and it was a bitch, man.
No,
and I was, I'll be honest, I was kind of a bitch while I was working on it. So there's that.
No. All the kudos to you and FaZe for being the heavy lifters on this. Because it looks really fucking good. Like I said, it looks modern. Our old website, after seeing this, kind of looked like poo-poo. I'm going to be honest with you now. When comparing the two, this is way better.
I put this
did a
up
phenomenal job.
Thanks. Yeah. No, it's this took a while, and I'm glad, and it's a big step up for us. Like, but I'm glad we're doing it because this is something I kind of wanted to do a few years ago, but I don't think we needed it.
This fucking floor is so clean you could eat off it. Yeah, but it is true. It's a pleasure to come here and look around in it now. It's like, wow, man. I mean, everything is here. So I guess we're stepping into that realm, you know, like we got a website. Come visit. See it for yourself.
Right. See
the difference. And then go look at your other horror sites. See what they're doing. You'll see.
BK, I'm going to be in touch with you once I get back from Atlanta. That's one of my things. So it's one of my notes to myself. So trust me on that. Bill working on that as well. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Just looking at these. I'm not going to show much of them, but
the website.
Wait. Tarek says uncensored, like DCS only fans. I mean, I'd subscribe, but it's a bad idea.
No, it's a brilliant idea because I thought about this. What I'm going to do, shave what little hair I have on my toes off, paint my toenails. I'm going to start selling feet pics, right? But I can catfish people all day. I don't need to use this picture as my profile. I'll just get some fucking Instagram model, put her shit up in there. People be buying our feet pics, and it's going to fund the DCS.
The Fred Flintstone feet of the Colonel are going to fund the DCS.
That's right. We'll get, dude, I'm telling you, we'll get like $45 a month. It's going to be fucking great.
But then Rachel says, you mean you're censored right now?
I'm just saying we can't run certain bits on here because the people that own the IPs don't like it.
Right.
Even though
In
we
some
just
cases.
it up.
Right.
Like I can't show you the Prince of Darkness mashup where she sticks her fingers in the mirror and then it switches over to Ace Ventura when nature calls when he's birthing himself out of the rhino's asshole. Can't show that to you because Universal doesn't like that. But it's very, very funny. Take my word for it. And at some point you will be able to see it.
Yeah, we'll get it in there eventually, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit.
I just looked at it. It's hysterical.
All right. Well, there we go. Let's bring FaZe in. FaZe, like I said, thanks for all your help on this one. What do you think?
I think it turned out great as well. I'm very happy with the result.
Yep. Right.
I'm not muted, right?
Curse.
No, you're good. You're good.
No,
I heard you.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's just like,
Now you
You're
have
not
no idea what to do next time you come in. But all right, guys, next time FaZe comes in, just acknowledge.
Well,
Yeah, no,
there you
I
go,
don't know what
folks.
else
Yeah,
to say.
go
It's a
and
beautiful
play
thing.
around. Go play around in the site. Check it out. Get some new news. I will tell you one thing. There's one story in here. This one right here. The Neon continues Creepy Friday mystery campaign. It's tied in with another story that I wrote a few weeks ago. Neon creeps us out with teasers right here. Check those out because I'm not quite sure what Neon has coming out soon, but they've got this marketing campaign that's pretty fucking good, and I'm digging it. So, but those are some of my more interesting stories that I've come across over the last couple months of adding stuff to this. So,
I'm looking at this website. It's definitely crank as fuck.
It is crank as fuck.
Okay. All right.
Crank's articles are good. He's good at writing them.
Well, they're short for now, so that's good.
Well, that's part of what makes them good, honestly.
Fair enough. Yeah, there are going to be some lengthy ones at some point, but
that's fine.
All right. Well, guys, this was a fun night.
It was fun, dude.
Roll down memory lane and blow out the new website to the masses.
Yeah. But what else we got?
We're going to give a shout out to Bill for rocking the DCS That's Crank as Fuck shirt.
Yeah.
And I hope
New
you had a
Mexico
very
Comic-Con.
successful con. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we saw the photo. Did you see the picture of the wreath they made for Bethany and
Beth and Jeff.
Beth and Jeff?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Morgan Crypt. Yeah, I mean it's you know what I mean? I'm so happy that they're doing so well with those. I mean, but it seems like they can't keep them on the fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a few to give away next weekend in Atlanta. So I'm ready to go. Guys. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's Crank as Fuck. Yep. The questions are completed for the Kershaw Luck tournament.
God damn it, Bill.
There's Bill. Yep.
Very nice.
Yes, sir.
Yep. We got a few reads to give away out in Atlanta for Curse Your Luck. I still got to put the questions together and all that, but that won't take too long, I don't think. I'm caught up on most of the stuff that I've been working on now. So
I tried to keep it, like I said, I mixed in a little bit of each kind of guest. Every guest is kind of represented in this round of Curse Your Luck coming up. But some of them, I have to say, man, we do kind of go back a little bit, a few years. So you're going to have to look back, study up on your classic horror before you come to the show if you're playing. That's your hint.
All right. Colonel?
Yes.
Somebody mentioned it earlier, so I want to give you the opportunity to show off the shirt.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was only appropriate because unfortunately we got some sad news in the horror world today.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, Flyboy is no longer with us.
Right.
So in his honor, as lame as it is for me to say that, it's really the only way I can show my appreciation for his contribution to the horror universe, and obviously from my favorite horror film, from my favorite horror director, and my favorite zombie in the film. As you can see right there. So
All right, there we go.
Flyboy will always be one of the most epic, gut-wrenching scenes of any movie. Just the turn of him coming out, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. That was
Romero was the master of the gut punch, and he delivered there. And didn't get to meet him ever, man. Never got to see him at a con. He stopped doing them before we started doing this, and that
he hasn't done
yeah
more than like a handful in 20 years, probably. So
we got the reunion, and we saw three of them in Monroeville. Except, well, no, Scott Ragnar wasn't even there. He came to Detroit. The three of them did. That's where I saw the reunion. The closest thing I got. So they're falling, folks. But this one hurt a little bit. Definitely hurt a little bit.
yeah, trust me. I'm even more grateful today. I mean, when I got to see the 4 plus George at a con and sat in on both panels because you had the 4 main cast members do the Dawn of the Dead reunion panel, and obviously George had his own because, it's grateful. And it's kind of sad though. You think about it, man. A lot of our idols aren't going to be with us much longer, man. Like, if you really think about it, that's sad. They're starting to get up there in age. So we need some new horror icons, damn it.
So I mean,
They're coming.
So happy. I'm grateful for like Rob Savage. He's nice and young and already pretty good. Can lock onto him. He'll probably outlive me for, by 30 years. So that'll pretty much be my new guy once Carpenter goes.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
That's about it, I guess, for tonight.
That's about it. We did it. Got it done. It's been a busy, crazy couple of months here around here.
Right.
But we're back, baby. The convention circuit is in full effect. You get the 4-banger, the whole DCS fucking kit and caboodle coming at you, Atlanta. Hope you're ready because we're bringing it.
Yep. Next week we'll be doing a kind of just a recap of Days of the Dead Atlanta. I'll still be in Atlanta, but
we'll be
the other
home.
3 will be back.
Yeah.
So, and should be an interesting show. Don't have anything spectacular planned for besides that, or for that show. Just us chatting about what happened.
I'm sure.
Colonel, send them out for the night.
Yeah.
I'll send them out. So a little teaser for next Monday. Sure, one of us is going to have a black eye, and the other person was like, "I didn't mean to, man. I didn't mean to." No, I'm just fucking with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun in Atlanta, but also was a lot of fun was having Buddy on tonight. That was a blast, dude. Like I said, I could listen to him talk all day. I'm glad that folks watching seem to enjoy it, and something about the Southern gentlemen, just the way they talk. It sounds so elegant at times. You know what I mean? It's just,
hey, I'll be honest. Like some of our questions were purposely directed a certain way because I didn't want to copy anybody else's shit. You know what I mean? And I saw some of their dead ends and stuff. So I think he's kind of like pretty simple and to the point. He's a yes or no guy. So you have to go and not ask him something where it gets him to explain it. We think the majority of them, we got that. But then just some of those things that just, were dead ends. I was, grasping it going, okay, did any of this happen? Did this happen? What was this about? And you never asked the one about the actor that was just wanting to get a tan.
No, but
that
guy passed away. So I was like, might just skip that guy.
Why speak ill of the dead? Yeah.
Fucking asshole, Zigzag.
I looked at it.
And he seemed like he was just too kind to throw any shade. So maybe if he was a little bit younger, maybe. But
I think
Or
he was
back
digging
then.
the vibe, though. He was digging what we were doing.
Yeah,
You know,
I think
we
we
had
kept
that
it more
little bit of a delay in there too. That was
right.
Yeah.
I think we kept it pretty positive. So,
well.
We
Let's
did.
help
That
the
was
guy
my-
out.
that was my goal.
Yeah.
And speaking of positive, one last thing, fellas, don't get sick. Wash your dick. And yes, I'm bringing it back finally. Ladies, don't smell like a Scuba Steve.
Damn it.
Use Summer's Eve.
All right. FaZe, since you're here, you want to send them out? All right.
There we go.
Ziggy, you want to send them out?
Sure. I can't say it enough. I love going through the 80s again. Bud Cooper is awesome. He's my new hero. And hopefully we get to deal with him again. Hopefully we can get him out to one of these things and get his movie to the public. But ton of things coming at you, man, and I'm looking forward to it. Rising up in 2024, we're going to get out to as many of these motherfuckers as we can, and it starts this fucking weekend in Atlanta. I can't wait. Let's do this. Atlanta, see you Friday.
Have you guys ever been to Atlanta?
No.
Through it. I've been through it.
Yeah, I've been through it. That's about it. So, anytime I say, hey, I'm going to Atlanta next week or in 2 weeks or blah, 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 everyone says, oof, enjoy the traffic.
Yeah.
That's all I hear.
That's
Fuck
what
that.
that's what I heard too, man. That's when I thought I had to drive. I was like, trying to get mentally prepared. I'm like, fuck.
Luckily, you
I
guys
need
all
new
land at the
tires.
airport.
Fuck.
Look,
I need new
yeah.
brakes.
Time.
Luckily, you guys all land at the airport around 30 minutes with each other, so that's good. But
That's fine
yeah,
by me.
That's if I make it. I haven't flown on a plane since I was 10. I have no idea how to handle fucking going from one plane to another to get to. This is going to be fun. I'm going to be walking around with those little kids with the fake pilot wings on.
Where's your layover at?
The airport.
he's got to
My
go to
layover is an
DC.
hour. He's going to DC. I go to Chicago for an hour. What about FaZe?
FaZe is in Chicago too.
So I
You guys-
probably
you
meet
guys-
him.
You guys are on the same flight coming in.
Same flight to Atlanta. That's
Must be
cool.
fucking
That'll make it
nice.
easy.
I got to fly into DC, do DC, then Atlanta, and then I'm going from Atlanta to fucking Dallas.
Oh man, Dallas.
It is what it is. I'm not bitching.
Wait,
Oh,
you gotta
Dallas
go to-
on the way home.
You got to go to Dallas on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
That's way
Holy
the fuck out of the
shit.
way, man.
I know, right? I'm like, oh,
That
cool.
sounds dumb, but
I go
whatever.
right back to Chicago again for an hour, and I'm okay with that. I'll be
Yeah.
back home
I'll
by
have to
6
double check.
o'clock. or
I'm pretty
something.
sure it said I'm flying to Dallas and then to Cincinnati.
Wow. Wait, you say you'll be home by when, Ziggy?
I don't know when are we leaving. It's like Sunday night at 6:30. We leave or something. Didn't they say like that?
I didn't look at the
Yeah.
details yet.
It's
So.
it's not too far beyond when the con ends. We're
Oh,
Right.
dude,
We're gone.
no, I fly out at 5, so I'm going to get,
Oh,
I'm get there by 3.
great. That's wonderful.
We're
So
gonna
we'll
have
be
to,
leaving that one early. Yeah.
we're gonna have to work on that one. So, all right, folks.
Yes, folks.
Thanks again for watching. Like I said, check out the website at deathcursesociety.com. Enjoy it. Play with it. If you find anything that's fucked up, let us know. So, yeah. And then tune in next week for our recap of Days of the Dead Atlanta. It's our first time working at Days of the Dead. So we've been there once or
fit-
twice as a
Yeah.
patron.
We
So.
fit right in as patrons, so I think they'll embrace us in Atlanta. I hope they do. We're bringing gifts. We bear gifts. How could they not?
That's right. So, but that's it for us. One more time. Need to thank our members. Thanks to our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, and Tyrone, our crazy Ralphs, Rick and Raymond, and our camp counselors, 42nd Street Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ. Thank you guys. And as always, thanks to our associate producer, C. FaZe. We're not going to bring him back though. But
He already
thanks.
done snuffed them out.
Yeah, we already snipped him twice. We will catch you next week about Atlanta. And then, I'm not even going to look up what's next week. But you know what? You can on the website. So
That's right.
enjoy, and we'll see you next week.
Just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday. Wow.